How Nawazuddin Siddiqui went from being a security guard to one of the greatest actors in Hindi cinema. When you think of a traditional Bollywood hero, what image comes to your mind? A lighter-skinned, tall, conventionally handsome actor who inspires romantic fantasies in his audience. For decades, Bollywood was centered around the genre of romance with only stereotypically good-looking actors in the lead roles. There was no place for a performer who does not fit this mold to be cast as the lead character in Bollywood movies. Then came along a man from a small village in North India and shattered that mold. Nawazuddin Siddiqui has become one of the most respected and sought-after actors in the industry. The unique selling point of his brand is that he is able to make commercially successful movies while holding on to the quality and standard of performances typically seen in critically acclaimed movies. When he's on screen, all eyes can't help but gravitate towards him. In this piece, we will take a look at his more than humble beginnings, along with how he made it up to become one of the most bankable stars in the business. Early life and beginnings. Nawazuddin Siddiqui was born on May 19, 1974 in a small village called Budana in Uttar Pradesh, India. Growing up with lesser prospects and violent surroundings, he knew early on that he wanted to get out. Despite their financial circumstances, his family were able to move out to a place where he and his 7 siblings would have better access to education. After the completion of his education, he took a traditional stable job as a chemist in a bigger city to keep himself financially secure. Still, his love of theater, which he had developed while he was in school, prompted him to join a theater group in Delhi. Since theater did not pay enough for him to follow his passion of acting, he took up a job as a security guard to make ends meet. To hone his skill further, he enrolled in the prestigious National School of Drama in Delhi. He continued to work in Delhi after graduating, before deciding to take the plunge and move to the City of Dreams, the home city of Bollywood, Mumbai. Initial experiences in Mumbai. Bollywood is a notoriously familial industry. Breaking into it as an outsider requires an extreme amount of talent, patience, and determination. He struggled to make ends meet, even though he expected to find work easier in the film capital of India as compared to Delhi. He received small roles as an extra and a background actor, which did not pay enough to be sufficient to live on. At one point, he was so financially strapped that he asked to live with the senior from his college, NSD, on the condition that he would cook meals for him. No matter how hard things got, he never gave up on his dream. People back home ridiculed his dreams, and he felt that he could not go back until he proved them wrong. He started his Bollywood career with a small role in superstar Aamir Khan's 1999 film, Sarfarosh. He continued on with doing small parts in movies such as Muna by MBBS 2003 and in the popular crime show CID. His first break came along with Anurag Kashyap's Black Friday 2004, which was based on the 1993 Bombay Blast. Anurag Kashyap is known to favor talent over legacy or looks. He casted Nawazuddin in his movie as Asghar Muqaddam, the secretary whose information helped break the case. He worked with him again in his 2009 movie, Dev D. Nawazuddin continued to do smaller parts in big movies, such as Aja Nakli, 2007, New York, 2009, and Peepli Live, 2010, until he finally landed his true big break in 2012, the year that changed his life. His category-creating career in the industry. 2012 was the year he did major roles in 3 movies, all of which went on to become huge successes and finally put him on the map. The first movie was Gangs of Wasseypur with his longtime collaborator Anurag Kashyap, where he played one of the leads in what is now one of the most critically acclaimed, cult classic Bollywood movies ever, given a vote of praise by legendary director Martin Scorsese himself. He also played the intimidating IB officer Mr. Khan in Kahani, in which the commercial, larger audience took notice of him. His third big role was Timur in the Aamir Khan-Kareena Kapoor starred Talash. Moving forward, he has starred in box office-breaking movies such as Kick, 2014, Bajrangi Bhaijaan, 2015, and Raise, 2017. Nawazuddin is a league apart from anybody else currently in the industry. His career is comparable only to the late Irfan Khan, who tragically passed away in 2020. What is so unique about him is that he has commanded the respect and loyalty of the Indian audience with nothing except his raw talent. Bollywood stars are usually famous due to their familial connections to older stars, as people are excited to watch the son, daughter, niece or nephew of their favorite stars on screen. This trend is being challenged by stars who have worked their way into the limelight without connections, such as Radhika Apte, Rajkumar Rao, and Vikrant Massey, coupled with the rise of streaming content in India. Nawazuddin Siddiqui is now an A-lister in his own right. He commands leading roles in movies which were previously only reserved for the traditional Bollywood star. He has carried successful movies such as Manji 2015 all on his own. His recently highly successful work is the Netflix original series Sacred Games 2018, which is loosely credited in bringing about the streaming service era in the Indian market. He can be seen most recently in two new Netflix originals, Radha Kelly High 2020 and Serious Men 2020.